Listen carefully. What I'm about to reveal has been hidden in the ancient Hebrew scrolls for over 3,000 years. It's a secret so powerful that when King Solomon discovered it, he went from a shepherd's son to the wealthiest man who ever walked this earth. And tonight I'm going to show you why every delay in your life, every closed door, every no you've received, isn't punishment. It's preparation. You see, there's a Hebrew word that changes everything. One word. And when you understand this word, when you grasp its mystical depth, you'll never look at waiting the same way again. Your delays will transform into divine appointments. Your setbacks will reveal themselves as setups. And the very thing that's been frustrating you, keeping you up at night, making you question everything, that will become your greatest breakthrough. But here's what they don't want you to know. This isn't about positive thinking. This isn't about manifestation. This is about an ancient timing system embedded in the Hebrew calendar, in the Torah, in the very fabric of creation itself. And those who've discovered it, those who've applied it, they've watched miracles unfold in real time. I'm talking about business deals that were dead suddenly coming back to life. Relationships that were broken being restored overnight. Financial doors that were slammed shut suddenly swinging wide open. So if you've been waiting for something, if you've been in a season of delay, this message is for you. Because tonight, everything changes. Before we go deeper, I need to ask you something. And I want you to answer this honestly in your heart. What is the one thing you've been waiting for that hasn't come yet? Is it financial freedom? Is it the healing of a relationship? Is it clarity about your purpose? Is it the breakthrough in your business or career? What delay in your life has caused you the most pain? Because that delay, my friend, that specific delay, is about to make sense in a way it never has before. If this message is speaking to your soul, click that subscribe button right now. Join this community of seekers, of believers, of those who refuse to accept that delay means denial. We're building something special here. A family that understands ancient wisdom in a modern world. Hit that bell icon, because what I share in the coming weeks will transform how you see everything. Now let's dive into the mystery. There's a story in the Torah that most people rush past. It's about Joseph. You know Joseph, the dreamer, the one with the coat of many colors. But here's what they don't teach you in Sunday school. Joseph received his vision, his prophetic dream, when he was 17 years old. He saw himself ruling, leading, with his brothers bowing before him. Clear vision, divine promise, supernatural confirmation. But then, nothing happened. In fact, everything got worse. His brothers threw him in a pit. They sold him into slavery. He ended up in Egypt, far from home, far from his family, far from everything that dream promised. And if that wasn't enough, when he finally found some stability working in Potiphar's house, he was falsely accused, thrown into prison, and forgotten. 13 years. 13 years between the dream and its fulfillment. 13 years of delay, rejection, betrayal, imprisonment, isolation. Can you imagine? 13 years of wondering if God forgot about you. 13 years of watching everyone else move forward while you're stuck. 13 years of crying out, "When, God, when?" But here's the secret hidden in those 13 years. Here's what the ancient rabbis understood that we've forgotten. In Hebrew, there's a word, moed. It means appointed time. Not your time, not human time, but divine time, sacred time, perfect time. And moed operates on a completely different system than the clock on your wall. The Kabbalists teach us something profound. They say that in the spiritual realm, delays are incubation periods. When a seed is planted in the ground, you don't see anything happening. To the naked eye, it looks like nothing is working. It looks like the seed died. But beneath the surface, in the darkness, in the hiddenness, roots are forming. Strength is being built. The foundation is being established. And when the appointed time, the moed arrives, breakthrough is instant. Joseph's delay wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every betrayal made him stronger. Every false accusation refined his character. Every day in prison taught him dependence on God alone. And when his moed arrived, when Pharaoh had his dream and needed an interpreter, Joseph went from the prison to the palace in one day. One day. 13 years of delay. One day of breakthrough. This is the Hebrew timing secret. Your delay is your moed in formation. Let me take you deeper. In ancient Hebrew wisdom, time isn't linear like we think. The Greeks had two words for time, chronos and kairos. Chronos is clock time, calendar time, the time that ticks away second by second. But kairos is the appointed moment, the right time, the opportune moment when heaven and earth align. The Torah operates on kairos, not chronos. This is why Abraham waited 25 years for Isaac. This is why Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness before he became a deliverer. This is why David was anointed king as a teenager but didn't sit on the throne until he was 30. Divine delays are kairos incubators. When you're in a delay, you're not in chronos anymore. You're in kairos. You're in the appointed time zone where God is preparing you for something bigger than you asked for, something greater than you imagined, something so powerful that if it came any earlier, it would destroy you instead of bless you. Think about it. If Joseph had become a ruler at 17, he would have been arrogant, immature, unprepared. The delay didn't deny his destiny. The delay developed his destiny. The pit, the palace, the prison, each one was a classroom. Each one was training ground. Each one was necessary for the throne. Now here's where it gets mystical. The Hebrew calendar is built on the number 7. 7 days, then Sabbath. 7 years, then sabbatical. 7 cycles of 7, then Jubilee. This isn't random. This is divine design. This is cosmic rhythm. This is the heartbeat of creation itself. The Sabbath teaches us something revolutionary. Rest is productive. Waiting is active. Delay is development. When God commanded the Sabbath, He wasn't just telling people to take a day off. He was revealing a universal principle, that in the resting, in the waiting, in the apparent nothing happening, something profound is happening in the invisible realm. Your delay is your Sabbath. It's the rest before the harvest. It's the silence before the symphony. It's the darkness before the dawn. And just like the Sabbath, it's not optional. It's not negotiable. It's sacred. It's protected. It's ordained. The ancient rabbis say that those who honor the Sabbath, those who embrace the waiting, those who trust the process, they receive double blessing. Why? Because they've learned the secret. They've learned that divine timing always produces divine results. Here's what most people don't understand about delays, and this is critical. Premature breakthrough is a miscarriage. Let me say that again. Premature breakthrough is a miscarriage. When something comes before its moed, before its appointed time, it cannot survive. It will not last. It will collapse under its own weight. This is why lottery winners often go bankrupt. This is why instant fame often leads to destruction. This is why shortcuts usually lead to dead ends. Because the character wasn't developed. The roots weren't deep enough. The foundation wasn't strong enough. The timing was wrong. God protects you through delay. He's not withholding. He's preparing. He's not punishing. He's positioning. He's not rejecting. He's perfecting. Every delay is divine protection against premature blessing that would become a curse. The Talmud says, all is for the good. Even when you can't see it. Even when it hurts. Even when it makes no sense. All is for the good. Your delay is protecting you from something you can't see. Your delay is preparing you for something you can't yet handle. Your delay is positioning you for something you haven't even imagined. In Hebrew spirituality, there's something called the midnight anointing. It's based on Psalm 119, verse 62. At midnight, I will rise to give thanks unto thee. Why midnight? Because midnight is the darkest hour. Midnight is when hope is hardest to find. Midnight is when breakthrough seems impossible. But here's the mystery. Midnight is also the turning point. It's the moment when yesterday becomes today. It's the shift. It's the transition. It's the portal. And the ancient sages understood that your greatest breakthrough always comes at your midnight moment. When you're in delay, when you're in the darkest season, when you can't see the way forward, you're at midnight. And midnight means morning is coming. You're not at the end. You're at the edge. You're not in the conclusion. You're in the transition. Your midnight is your breakthrough announcement. This is why Joseph's breakthrough came when he had given up hope. This is why the Red Sea parted when the Israelites were trapped. This is why the resurrection happened after the crucifixion. Midnight moments are miracle moments. Your delay is setting up your midnight to morning miracle. Now, the final key. When your mode arrives, when your appointed time comes, heaven accelerates everything. What took years to lose can be restored in a day. What seemed impossible yesterday becomes effortless today. What you couldn't force open with all your strength suddenly swings wide open with a whisper. The Hebrew sages call this Shalosh Regalim, the 3 pilgrim feasts. 3 times a year Israel experienced acceleration. 3 times a year heaven opened. 3 times a year the natural became supernatural. This is the pattern. Delay, 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 then sudden acceleration. Your delay is building pressure. Your waiting is accumulating favor. Your patience is storing up blessing. And when your moed comes, when your appointed time arrives, you won't just catch up. You'll leap forward. You won't just recover. You'll overflow. You won't just survive. You'll thrive beyond measure. The man, Marcus the entrepreneur. Let me tell you about Marcus. Successful entrepreneur, built 3 businesses from the ground up. Everything he touched turned to gold, until it didn't. One bad partnership, one wrong decision, and everything collapsed. His businesses failed. His savings evaporated. His reputation was destroyed. He went from penthouse to bankruptcy in 18 months. For 2 years, Marcus applied for funding, pitched investors, tried to rebuild. 2 years of rejection after rejection. 2 years of doors slamming in his face. 2 years of watching his peers succeed while he struggled to pay rent. He told me, "Rabbi, I feel cursed. I feel forgotten. I feel like my time has passed." I taught him about Moed. I taught him about divine timing. I taught him that delay isn't denial. We prayed together. We studied Torah together. We waited together. And Marcus shifted his perspective. He stopped forcing. He stopped striving. He started trusting the process. Then one morning, out of nowhere, he received a call. An investor he'd met 3 years earlier, someone who initially said no, called him back. "Marcus, I've been thinking about your vision. I want in." Within 6 weeks, Marcus had full funding. Within 6 months, his new company was valued at 8 figures. Within a year, he surpassed everything he had lost. He told me, "Rabbi, the delay refined me. The waiting removed my arrogance. The darkness taught me dependence. I'm not the same man who lost everything. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I'm humbler. And this new success is built on a foundation that can't be shaken." That's the Moed miracle. That's the Hebrew timing secret in action. The woman. Sarah, the single mother. Sarah came to me broken, divorced, 2 young children, working 3 jobs just to survive. She had been praying for a breakthrough for 5 years. 5 years of struggle, 5 years of barely making it, 5 years of watching her kids go without while she worked herself to exhaustion. "Rabbi," she said with tears streaming down her face, "I've been faithful. I've been obedient. I've been praying. Why is nothing changing? Why am I still stuck?" I could hear the pain. I could feel the desperation. But I could also see something she couldn't see yet. I could see that her Moed was coming. I taught her the Sabbath secret. I taught her that rest is productive. I taught her that delay is development. And something shifted in her spirit. She stopped fighting. She stopped panicking. She started trusting. She began to see her delay differently. Not as punishment, but as preparation. 4 months later, Sarah's manager at one of her jobs suddenly quit. The company needed someone immediately. They offered Sarah the position, triple salary, full benefits, flexible schedule so she could be with her kids. But here's the supernatural part. That job had existed for 6 months. But Sarah had never applied because she thought she wasn't qualified. The delay had trained her. Every struggle, every challenge, every impossible situation had taught her skills she didn't even realize she had. Management skills, crisis management, multitasking, problem solving, leadership. The 3 jobs weren't just survival, they were training. And when her Moed came, she was ready. Today, Sarah leads a department of 40 people. She owns her home. Her children are thriving. She tells everyone, "The delay was the greatest gift God ever gave me. It didn't break me, it made me." The child. Little David and his family. This one breaks my heart every time. A family came to me, mother, father, and their 8-year-old son David. David had been diagnosed with a learning disability. For 3 years they tried everything. Tutors, therapists, medications, special schools. Nothing worked. David was falling further behind. The parents were drowning in medical bills. The stress was destroying their marriage. The father said, "Rabbi, we've prayed. We've fasted. We've believed. But nothing's changing. We're losing hope." I looked at little David, and I saw something in his eyes. Not defeat. Not despair, but a quiet strength, a hidden resilience. Something was being formed in the delay. I taught this family about Joseph's 13 years. I taught them about divine timing. I taught them that delay isn't denial. And we prayed together. We declared Moed over David's life. We spoke breakthrough over his mind. We trusted the Hebrew timing secret. 6 months later, a new teacher started at David's school. This teacher had a unique method, something unconventional. Something most schools don't teach. She saw David, truly saw him, and she said, This child isn't disabled. He learns differently. He's actually gifted. She began working with him differently, not forcing him into a box, but releasing him into his design. Within 1 year, David went from bottom of his class to top 5. But more than that, the struggle had created compassion in him. He started helping other kids who were struggling. He started tutoring. Today, at 13 years old, David mentors younger students with learning differences. His delay became his ministry. His struggle became his strength. His pain became his purpose. The parents told me, "Rabbi, we wanted the breakthrough in year 1. But if it had come then, David wouldn't have developed this compassion. He wouldn't have this gift for helping others. The 3-year delay created a lifetime calling." What if I don't understand Hebrew or Torah? Listen carefully. You don't need to be a scholar. You don't need to know Hebrew. You don't even need to understand every detail of Torah. The mode principle isn't about knowledge. It's about trust. It's about surrender. It's about aligning your heart with divine timing. The Hebrew timing secret works for anyone who embraces it. Christian, Jewish, Muslim, seeker, believer, doubter. It doesn't matter. This is a universal principle woven into creation itself. When you stop forcing and start trusting, when you stop fighting and start flowing, when you stop demanding and start receiving, the mode activates. All you need is an open heart and a willing spirit. The rest, God will do. What if I've already waited too long? Too long according to who? According to what timeline? You're measuring with Chronos, but God operates in Kairos. Abraham was 75 when God called him. Moses was 80 when he led the Exodus. Caleb was 85 when he claimed his mountain. There is no too late in divine timing. What you call too long, heaven calls almost ready. What you call expired, heaven calls matured. What you call missed opportunity, heaven calls protected from wrong timing. Your delay isn't evidence that you've missed your moment. Your delay is evidence that your moment is being perfected. Stop watching the clock. Start trusting the process. Your moed is coming, and it will be worth every second you waited. What if I mess this up? What if I miss my breakthrough? You can't miss what's appointed for you. That's the whole point of moed. It's not based on your performance. It's not dependent on your perfection. It's ordained by divine decree. When your appointed time comes, heaven and earth will conspire to make sure you don't miss it. Yes, you need to be faithful. Yes, you need to stay ready. Yes, you need to keep your heart pure. But you can't miss your moed any more than the sun can miss the sunrise. It's built into the system. It's written in the stars. It's decreed by the Creator. Your job isn't to force it. Your job isn't to figure it out. Your job is to trust it. Trust the delay. Trust the process. Trust the Hebrew timing secret. Your breakthrough is coming, and you won't miss it. Now, here's the deeper mystery. The ancient Kabbalists teach something called tzimtzum, divine contraction. Before creation, God was everything and everywhere. There was no space for anything else to exist. So God contracted himself, created space, created room for the universe, for humanity, for you. And here's the revelation. Delay is divine contraction. When God seems absent, when breakthrough seems far away, when heaven seems silent, God isn't gone. He's contracting, creating space, making room for something bigger than what you asked for. Your delay is God making room. Every day you wait, the blessing expands. Every season you endure, the breakthrough magnifies. Every moment you trust, the miracle multiplies. Tzimtzum isn't emptiness, it's expansion preparation. The longer the delay, the greater the breakthrough. The darker the night, the brighter the dawn. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountain. This is level 2 wisdom. This is the advanced code. Your delay isn't just preparation, it's amplification. Heaven is increasing what you're about to receive. Here's what I want you to do for the next 30 days. Every morning when you wake up, before you check your phone, before you start your day, I want you to say these words out loud. I declare that I am in my moed. This delay is not denial. This waiting is not wasting. This season is not punishment. I am being prepared, positioned, and perfected for my appointed time. My breakthrough is being built in the invisible realm. My harvest is being multiplied in the hidden place. And when my moed arrives, I will not just recover. I will overflow. I receive divine timing. I trust the Hebrew secret. My delay is my miracle in formation. Say it every day. Declare it with conviction. Believe it in your spirit. Write it on your mirror. Put it on your phone. Make it your anthem, and watch what happens. Watch how your perspective shifts. Watch how hope returns. Watch how peace replaces anxiety. Watch how breakthrough begins to manifest. This is your 30-day Moed activation. This is your breakthrough protocol. This is your Hebrew timing secret in daily practice. My dear friend, as we close, I want to speak a blessing over your life. Not just any blessing, but an ancient Hebrew blessing, a Moed blessing, a divine timing blessing. May the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of perfect timing and appointed seasons, look upon your delay with favor. May he turn your waiting into worship, your struggle into strength, your pain into purpose. May every closed door be revealed as divine protection. May every no be exposed as a setup for a greater yes. I declare that your midnight moment is over. I declare that your morning is breaking. I declare that your Moed has arrived or is arriving even now. I speak acceleration over your life. I speak supernatural breakthrough over your circumstances. I speak divine alignment over your timing. May what was lost be restored. May what was stolen be returned sevenfold. May what was delayed be released with multiplication. May your next season be marked by the supernatural, by the miraculous, by the impossible becoming reality. May you walk in favor, overflow in blessing, and stand in awe of how faithful God has been through every delay. And may you always remember, your delay was never denial. It was divine design. Your waiting was never wasting. It was wisdom building. Your struggle was never punishment. It was preparation. You are right on time. You are exactly where you need to be. And your breakthrough is closer than you think. Shalom. May divine timing be yours, today and always. Amen.